The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Kaufman and Lind at whenyouneedus.com. If you're injured in a car accident or any other injuries, give them a call 407-706-3535. That's whenyouneedus.com.
Oh
What am
man.
I supposed? So we're getting hot and heavy. Going. Now we're on aisle. We made it past the ID checker. We're in Costco. It's hot and heavy. What am I supposed to do? Stop so I can move the dog?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
That's
one of those, it started raining and you realize your windows are down. You would
Uh-huh.
exit the building to go fix the situation. But
then what
your
happens when
dog's-
she jumps? Because she's going to jump back on the bed. It's going to happen.
kick the dog out? Do you kick the dog out of the room and shut the
Yeah.
door like a normal person, Scott?
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. We can't because my two older dogs. would
That's
lose their
where you
mind.
draw the line.
No,
You
the dog
can't do
enjoys
that.
it.
The dog
take
is
that for
also a weirdo. Scott, you know what?
True story.
I think that we
True
should
story.
probably. This is the one that gets us canceled. You're telling us about some things that are not okay right now, my dude. Like
I probably should have given the warning that we joke around about a lot of this stuff and there's a lot of innuendos. Mom, you probably should not be listening to this episode because there's going to be some real stuff going on.
I don't want to listen to this episode right now.
And now it's time for the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris.
Come on at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number one by our friends and family. We are the podcast for adults who like to laugh at adulting. To connect with us, check out our sweet merchandise or join our clubhouse and become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. Just check out our website, www.nonewfriendspodcast.com. You have until August 31st to vote for us for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables Best Local Podcast. So please do that. We've got a lot of exciting announcements to make this episode, so we're going to be getting to that. Stand by. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, I'm an architect for her pain. She is the queen of awkward encounters, Mary.
Hey,
And our other co-host who is distracting me with his Zoom filters. He's a LinkedIn expert and our scumbag reselling hoarder, Chris.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Predator.
Yes.
I
Wow.
should have known. I should have known. Oh man, that's fine.
Picked up on the context clues with the
Yeah.
discussion beforehand. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Shut
So
up.
listen, a lot of exciting announcements, and I want to take the first couple minutes just to kind of talk about this. So first of all, this is now our second episode on glacierfm.com internet radio station. So if you're listening to us on Glacier, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's weekend eve. And that's exciting for you. You're going to be experiencing the weekend soon. If the things that we say make no sense at all, then just click on the on-demand link on Glacier FM, and you can check out all of our episodes on Anchor or Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. We're there, so just check us out. And I promise you, the inside jokes are going to make a lot more sense. We also have some really cool contests that I want to share with everybody. And Mary and Chris, I need your help as far as what you think or how long you think these contests should run for. So our first contest is called Share the Show contest. Okay,
Yes.
It's very simple. Very simple. When our episode comes out on Sunday, however you listen to us, whether it's iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcast, whatever, you just share the link to that episode and on Instagram or Facebook, tag No New Friends Podcast, and you will be entered into a drawing, and the winner is going to win a $50 Visa gift card.
Oh, a question.
Yes.
Is Mary and I eligible? For
Yeah,
this?
for the drawing.
Yeah.
I want to know.
You know what? Just so I can get you guys to share the episodes that you guys are in yourselves, yes, I'm going to let you be
Congratulations, Chris.
eligible.
You have won.
Just so I could get you two involved in marketing. So, wow, I have to. Well, yeah.
Okay,
All right.
look,
So-
first of all, sir, calm down. I have been sitting alone in these recording studios for the past 30 minutes. Okay, if that doesn't show my commitment to the show, I don't know what does.
Yeah, you kind of sound like
Okay.
Donald Trump, Scott. It's you work for me and you have a chance of getting paid.
That's pretty funny. So that will run. We're gonna run that. Let's see here. Today in actual real time, we're recording this August 7th. So let's run this. Let's run. What do you think? Till
Like-
October 31st?
That was in like 2 or 3 years.
Spooky Day?
Oh, Halloween.
Halloween, yeah. So we'll run this contest till October 31st. So you only get one entry per episode. So you can't go sharing,
Okay,
one
but-
link 50
so-
times.
Each time they share it, they get an entry, right?
Correct.
Okay. What if they have multiple profiles that are sharing?
As long as I don't
Asking
know that
for
it's
a
multiple
friend.
profiles, I don't really care. I just want
Love them.
I just want the show going out there, and I will,
Just trying to take care of all the little asterisks next to the fine print.
No, I get it. Look, you get one entry per week per profile. Okay, so you get if you share it on Instagram, you get
What
one
if it's
on
a
Instagram.
really okay? But what if you get like a ton of reshares, likes, comments? Do you get like a bumper? Like, do you get an extra, like a kicker?
I don't know how to track that, but if I
Neither do I.
if-
I'm just trying to complicate shit for you right now. You're welcome.
that's fine. I mean, maybe with the people that share it, they'll get an entry. Who knows? This could be like a
Wow.
multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
thing,
So if somebody shares it underneath you, you get an entry too. It's like you
You
get
get-
an entry and you
exactly.
get an entry. Yeah,
So
you
you
get
share it with-
10% of their share. Yeah, I love this. I love it.
exactly, you share it with
Yes.
2 people, they share it with 2 people. Just duplicate it. You're
I
gonna
am
be a
going to
millionaire.
start, Scott. You know what? You struck a chord. I'm going to start in blowing up inboxes. You want to be a boss babe? Just like have people reshare our links.
Hey, I love a good pyramid scheme.
Let
Me
me
too.
on top.
Me
You know
too.
what I mean? Let's go.
Oh.
All right. What are we talking about?
All right. So that'll run. So share the show contest. That's going to run between now and October 31st. So
Hashtag share the show.
hashtag share the show. Make sure you tag us though, because if you don't tag us, I don't see it. So
That's a really long hashtag. Hold on. Say it again.
hashtag share the show. Okay. So hashtag share the show. Just tag us. This is for Facebook and Instagram because I don't know how to monitor my Twitter. So Facebook and Instagram only. Share the show. Okay. That's contest number 1. Listen to contest number 2. I'm really excited about this. And we are going to run this all the way until the end of the year. Okay. So December 31st. Okay. This is really exciting. Mary, you've got kids. Do you remember Flat Stanley?
Oh my God. Flat Stanley.
Flat Stanley is, the little kid who gets run over by like a
Okay,
steamroller
Yeah.
and travels the world. So now in elementary school, they do this Flat Stanley thing where they take a pic, you send Flat Stanley via mail to a family member. And then that
Mhm.
family member kind of writes a story and journals what they do and
With Flat
visit
Stanley,
all sorts of
yeah.
different things. Yeah. Like, when Darren was in elementary school, his Flat Stanley went to visit my sister, who at the time lived in New York. So Empire State Building, went to a Mets game, all sorts of things like that. So we are going to do this contest. It's called the Journey of Merch. Okay. So if you send us a picture, I'd prefer it on Facebook or Instagram. You post a picture of you either wearing a No New Friends podcast shirt or a magnet and it's got to be somewhere cool. Then the 3 of us are going to decide which place is the coolest. Now, here's a little fun thing. If you find a celebrity and get the celebrity to wear the shirt, and I'm not talking about Photoshop, it's got to be a real thing. If you find a celebrity that wears our shirt, you take a picture, you tag them on Facebook and Instagram, send us the picture, copy it, tag us, whatever. That is going to help your case because I get starstruck.
If it's Daddy Strange, I will give you my soul. So
And
there's that.
That is also for a $50 Visa gift card. Okay. And yes, Ryan, I'm going to send you your goddamn Outback Steakhouse gift card that you won 45 episodes ago. So do you guys have any questions? What do you think? I think this could be fun. I am channeling my inner Mary's marketing genius and trying to figure out some cool stuff.
Yeah, I like this. This is exciting. I can't wait to win both of these contests, actually.
Maybe you could also just like if somebody listens to the show and shares it, they could inbox us with their address and maybe we could go ahead and just give them a magnet so they could have a leg up to at least try for the other contest. Connect the two a little bit. Well, something.
So, okay.
Or a sticker, something. Let's help them out here.
Okay, so let me do the math on this. Okay, sticker is about $4. Carry the one with the stamps. No, I'm not doing that. That would get way too expensive for me. But if you'd like to sponsor the show or become a Patreon member and support us so I could do cool stuff like that, just email us,
marketing's an
nonnyfriendspodcast@yahoo.com.
investment, right? Like doing
It is, and I'm making an investment through social media and all that. But look, a magnet's not much. But if you're one person and you're buying a magnet, it's like $4.50 or whatever. That costs you next to nothing, $4.50. So, and you could win $50. So that would be great. If I was a listener to this show, I would do that for sure. Easy $50, the easiest $50, because I guarantee you, not a lot of people are going to do it. So if you do it a couple times, your chances are going to be really good.
So much faith in your own contest.
No, I have a lot of faith in the contest. Anyway, so that's going on. So we're on Glacier Radio, glacierfm.com, which is super exciting. I've wanted to get on an internet station for a while, and then we've got these two contests. Cool. I'm excited. I'm jazzed about this, and so something else I was jazzed about is yeah. So yesterday morning, Rachel wanted to go to Costco.
Whoa.
Rachel wanted to go to Costco real bad. Okay, for those of you on Glacier Radio, go back and listen to the episode. We love BJ's and Costco. It's all innuendos. So she wanted to go to Costco real bad, like real bad. Effing kids, Mary. I got cock blocked by my kids. So my daughter's having a little sleepover, and so my wife's like, no, we can't. We just can't.
Because there's children in the building? You're about to put more children in the building, if you know what I mean. I don't understand. Where's the problem? Where's the issue?
Because the kids and there was a sleepover and it wasn't just my kid. So
like, hold on. So if there's like other kids in the house, you can't have your junk out. Like, is that a rule? Like a hard, fast rule?
I guess so. I mean, like unless I'm in the shower.
Up.
Yeah. But yeah, we're not going to Costco if there's other kids in the house.
Well, also, Scott, just want to cut you off real quick. Not a good look to say my wife wanted to go to Costco really bad and then followed up immediately by effing kids. Very Jeffrey Epstein of you.
It is a little yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So yeah, if the kids are awake, we can't go to Costco.
If they're awake?
Yeah, if they're awake,
like even
can't go to Costco.
What?
If they're asleep, like they were, it was awake. It was the morning. It was in the morning. So they're like watching TV downstairs.
Perfect. You have a 2-story home, my dude. Where's the issue?
So you think it's okay?
Yes. I mean, I just don't. I mean, don't go for like
too.
A full day trip. Like run in and run out. Do what you need to do.
Mary, you give me a lot of credit. Full day trip. Come on, I'm in and out. I don't even make it past the first aisle. Okay.
You actually don't even have to show your membership card.
Yeah,
I actually am all done. Thank you.
The door's open, and I just do a quick UE out the exit.
I went Scott on this. I have to put my dog to bed before I even think about going to Costco.
There are a lot of people like that.
I mean,
but
okay.
And we'll get to that in a second because I like that's funny. So she's like, let's get them to go out, play outside, or maybe they could go to, one of the other houses and swim. So
did you call one of the other parents? Call another parent and be like, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. Help. And I'm sure they would have been like, children, now let's go.
Right. But she dangles this little sex carrot in front of me all day. And I'm like trying to get the carrot, trying to get the kids out.
I need a what is the sex carrot exactly? What is it? What does that look like? I need some more details. Like she's just like going to like do the dishes and it's actually just the bend and snap. Like what is happening?
Well,
I need to
Eat
understand.
it. You definitely don't want to eat it.
Don't eat the sex carrot.
Well, there's a little bit of what would making out be called? Parking the car. We're a little bit of kissing and all that. So it's going to lead there if the kids weren't here. But then it's like Mango from Saturday Night Live. Just no. So yeah, just all day dangling this little sex carrot. It's just like let me.
But
put
did
it
you
out
get?
there.
Did you catch it? Or did
No,
she
I never
catch
caught it. I never.
That's what I should've said.
She probably caught it when I went to work
Oh,
and went to Costco by herself.
wow.
So yeah,
Chris's face. He was like, "You don't even have a pool. What a pool boy? What is happening?
no,
What do you mean?"
Costco by herself. But
I
Chris,
see. Yeah. She loaded her own cart.
yeah, exactly. Chris, I got a question for you. So you said something about having to put the dog to bed. So we've got the 3 dogs. They both sleep on the floor, but then one of them insists on sleeping in bed. Now, when the trip to Costco would begin, initially, she would jump off the bed and wanted nothing to do with it. Scared the hell out of her. Like she went like into her cage, started shaking, had to take a shower and all that. But now she won't move. And she's a big dog. And when you're into going to Costco, you're into going to Costco. And you just deal with the dog on the bed. Anybody else with me on this?
No, I'm pretty sure that's bestiality.
There's actually not one person who's going to make eye contact with their dog.
Yeah.
No.
Man.
No.
We don't do anything with the dog, Chris. Just lay there. At the,
no, you are
bed,
one step away from bringing a can of Jiffy into the thing. I don't think any of this is okay.
You're doing stuff with the dog by association, though.
Yeah, you're bringing that. You are exposing that dog to something they don't need to see.
Oh man.
What am I supposed? So we're getting hot and heavy. Going. Now we're on aisle. We made it past the ID checker. We're in Costco. It's hot and heavy. What am I supposed to do? Stop so I can move the dog?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, it started raining and you realize your windows are down. You would exit the building to go fix the situation. But then what happens when she jumps? Because she's going to jump back on the bed. It's going to happen. Kick the dog out. Do you kick the dog out of the room and shut the door like a normal person, Scott?
Yeah. No, we can't do that. We can't because my 2 older dogs.
That's where you draw the line.
No,
you
the dog
can't
enjoys
do that.
it.
The dog is also a weirdo because the dog likes it at this point. The dog is like
fun fact. When we start making out and preparing the trip to Costco, one of our dogs will start humping his pillow.
Nope, I'm done. Scott, you know what?
True story.
I think that we should probably, this is the one that gets us canceled. You're telling us about some things that are not okay right now, my dude. Like I probably should have given the warning that we joke around about a lot of this stuff and there's a lot of innuendos. Mom, you probably should not be listening to this episode because there's going to be some real stuff going on. I don't want to listen to this episode right now, Scott. You are giving your dog is probably not okay. Like it's been through some shit.
Well, that's established. Now, one of the dogs, he could care less. He's just off in his own little world, snoring up a storm.
That's what you think. He's just trying to block out the sound. Pretend. He's like, just make it'll be over soon. We know it'll be over soon. 3 seconds. Almost done. Counting down.
Well, listen, on a positive note, school is starting this week.
Why is that a positive note? I mean, it is.
An opportunity to be cock-blocked by the kids. So Mary's got some stories to tell when we come back. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Hey, it's Dane from Big Beautiful Diz. If you haven't heard of my YouTube channel already, it's all about theme parks. Theme park history, theme park reviews, theme park opinions, and interviews with people in the industry or the community. So if you're a theme park fan, head over to youtube.com/c/BigBeautifulDiz and hit that red subscribe button. I'll see you over there, everybody.
Hey, everybody, looking for another way to listen to the No New Friends podcast? We are now featured on Glacier FM. That's GLACERFM.com. Just go to the music channels and go to Glacier Underground. That is Glacier, GLACER. And you can hear us Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, that is GlacierFM.com.
Hey, this is Craig Brooks with Tasty Trivia, and you're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris. You're hopefully listening to us on one of the streaming platforms. And if you're on Glacier Radio, welcome and happy Thursday to you. Now, Mary, you're getting ready for the kids to be going back to school this week, as am I, but I don't really have any involvement with the preparation of that. I just send money where it needs to go.
Must be nice.
It is nice because the things that you probably have to go through is hell. Chris, more birth control for you.
Yeah. I have so many meet the teachers tomorrow that I don't like. I have to divide myself and be in multiple places at the same time. And it's fine. I'll figure it out. I have discovered that back to school shopping, I always get excited about it and I've always loved it. But as a parent, it sucks 100%. Like it is 100% less exciting when you're footing the bill. Let me explain. School supplies are fun. I like them. Even my own for school, I get excited when I buy them. What I don't love is I was at Target with Zoe and, I have her list. First of all, I'm like trying to like read all of these different lists and see like what it's worse than toilet paper math, trying to figure out how many different colors of what specific binder and some like folders need to be pronged, not pronged. This type of paper versus like a spiral, or there's a lot going on. I usually figure it out, get the list. Zoe needed Post-its, like sticky notes. Okay. And I'm, go to grab them. And she's like, Mom, I can grab them myself.
Oh,
the ones I were grabbing were like $2.98. The ones she grabbed were like $7. And I'm like,
Post-its are expensive. I never understood that.
Yeah.
Got a glue stick and an index card.
That would be fine, right? It doesn't stop there though. Like my children have no concept of like, maybe I don't need, like, they're like, there's a spiral notebook that is 50 cents. Do you have one that is $6 that I could have instead? Like they don't understand, like maybe it's okay to not get like, I don't like, why? And she thought that I was ruining her life, ruining it. It's ruining.
Here's a question for you, Mary. Why don't you do the school supply shopping? Just do it. No kids involved. Just do it. And then have them go with you to pick out a backpack.
No. You clearly have not met my children. You have. So I don't know why you would even say such a thing. One, I want to foster independence of some sort. Two,
well, then enjoy the $6 notebooks.
Well, they want to be a part of it. They would, if I were to just buy it.
Well, then let them pay for it. If they want the $6 things, they come out of the corgi coins. Has the corgi coin economy collapsed?
No, it's still going strong, but it's rough because everybody has decided to save their corgi coins, which sucks. But the house market value is down right now because I like to think that it also mirrors the real market, right? So it's real bare. Like it's just.
So here's a suggestion. Okay, you're going to buy the baseline level school supply. Okay, the yellow generic spiral notebook. If they want the $6 spiral notebook, it's coming out of corgi coin.
Well, okay, here's where I struggle though a little bit because I want them to be excited about school, right? And so when you know that you're rolling into school looking fly as hell with all your cool stuff, I want them to feel that way.
They can feel that way with the sense of accomplishment, knowing that they use their hard-earned corgi coins to get the upgraded school supplies.
Grayson somehow swindled us into not one, not two, but 3 backpacks. 3.
You're doing this to yourself.
Listen, it's not just me though. He's being there's more parties at play. Okay, he's swindling us all. That. But what he did, he like picked out one. It was ordered, and then was like, no, I want this one. So then that one came in, sent it back, got the second one. And he was like, no. I need this badass shark backpack because it comes with this lunchbox. And he goes, can't we donate it to an unfortunate child? And I was like, you are an unfortunate child.
Listen, Mary, I'm concerned. Back to the corgi coins real quick. I'm very concerned that if you don't start forcing their hand for them to spend it, you're going to have to sell your house. Okay. So you orchestrate ways to have them spend it. Inflation. Without forcing like
you only get two squares of toilet paper. It's like prison. They gotta purchase it through the commissary now. You want snacks? You better
listen
up the corgi coins.
This is brilliant. You set your baseline for, hey, I will spend the money on this level of school supply. Okay. Maybe it's not the $6 notebook. Maybe it's maybe it's not the 60 cents. Maybe it's somewhere in between. But if you want any upgrades over these baseline products that I've chosen for you, it has to come out of corgi coins. You force their hand to start spending some of this.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell them that we've got to stimulate this economy.
They learn that, look, you can't always get the high end thing just because you want it. You have to save for it, and you have to understand what you want to spend. Or if you're broke and you still want to buy Yuri, the best in athleisure, go for it. This is the lessons we're teaching at an early age.
Yeah, these are the things I am teaching, because I as a freeloader myself, I'm like, swipe it till it smokes, my dude. Let's do it. Woo. Actually, I'm glad that we just stumbled upon this. Guys, I had another awkward encounter. I know that's surprising for you.
This is fantastic. Yes.
But
you were awake, so she had an awkward encounter.
What? Yeah. So I was doing that internship, but they pushed it back until like the spring. So I was like, well, I need, like, I would like to work. I would like to do things. So I had an interview to go work in a healthcare position. I won't say where or whatever, but I show up at this place and there's no one there. And I walk in the lobby and it's just me. And so I just stand there for a second and somebody else walks in behind me. And I was like, oh, great, another life form. This will be fine. But we don't interact. We just look at each other because we both know why we're there to interview, right? So like, I'll fight you maybe in the parking lot later. But this dude walks out and he's like, oh, hello. And I'm like, hello, I'm Mary Reedy. I'm here for, 2:30 appointment or whatever. And he goes, okay, great. Wait, and you are? And I was like, Mary Reedy. And he was like, no, I'm talking to the person behind you.
Oh my gosh.
She was the 2:00 and it was 2:10. So she was late. Anyways, that's not where things get really weird. So I sit down. Somebody else walks in after they take this other girl back. And this young lady is wearing scrubs and they have the little aliens from Toy Story on them. And I sat there looking at them and I thought they were very cute. Instead of saying, hi, how are you? How's your day? Are you here interviewing? Would you like to know how I opened up conversation?
How?
Your scrubs.
Oh my gosh.
And she looked like, like when you drop a book or something loud next to a dog and it jumps. And it's like what she did. I frightened her. Well, she talked to me for a few minutes, but probably because she thought I was scary or had special needs of sorts. I don't know.
I love that.
I think it was a pity conversation. Either way, I got the job, so that's cool.
Oh, well, it was all worth it.
It's fine. I keep thinking about it though, and I wonder how she's doing, if she's okay after this. Yeah, so it's fine. My kids, they're gonna go back to school and hopefully stop eating they've eaten so much. I think that Grayson put on 5 pounds in the past week. I swear he did. He couldn't button his pants. Like he can't button his pants anymore. He's got like a little beer belly, and it's not
nice.
Kids do grow. Like that's part of the.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I've never had one before, so this is news to me. Thank you for telling me.
Let me mansplain.
Yes, thank you so much. No, what I mean is that every 5 seconds, he's like, "I need a snack," and I was like, "You're bored."
He's like the brothers in WandaVision, where they just keep growing every 3 seconds.
Just like outward, like he's got a dad bod. I didn't want to say it, but he does. He looks like that. He's probably puts in 40 hours at the office. Does happy hour 3 times a week. That's what he's looking like right now. So I'm happy for them to be back on a real schedule and get back to the grind. But Grayson's teacher does have COVID, so she won't be there for the first week. That'll be nice. Be fine. Sure.
Are you sure? I mean, 5 days will have passed. She'll be fine. She can go back to work.
Well, she said she's trying to come back on Friday, so we'll see.
Awesome. So Mary will be out for the next 3 weeks. Just an FYI. So we'll probably have either Joe or Alex from the Diz His podcast. Who knows? subbing in for
Wow.
Mary, who will definitely have COVID over the next couple.
Look, the kids are going back to school. You know what that means. I will be sick in the next month at least because they're going to bring back all of their petri dish germs to me.
And that is why she is the queen of quarantine.
Amen. And
So then tonight we should just record 8 episodes in anticipation.
No, we're not doing that. You know what? Because I want to go back to watching my trash TV and wearing my fuzzy socks. That's what I've been doing all day, and I'd like to continue as I worry anxiously for a grade to be posted. So I keep checking, and it's not there yet. It's fine. Okay.
That's awful. I do have some anxiety stuff that I wanted to talk with the two of you in the next segment. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, Mary, I can only imagine when you take a test or put in a paper that's not immediately graded in front of you, you will refresh. Refresh.
And then if I like my last exam, I got a 90 on. I have questions. I want to know why.
Oh boy.
Tell me why. It's fine. It's fine. Got a 98 on my last paper. I also needed to know why, but she sent me the rubric and I was like, where can you highlight where I lost the 2 points, please? I didn't say that. I thought it. It's fine. Anyways, you're listening to the No New Podcast.
If you're gonna take us out, take us out.
No, I can't. I'm not allowed to. I don't know.
You're not allowed to. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. We'll be right back.
Listen to Keeping the Towel with Aunt Boogie on SoundCloud, Anchor.fm, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. A new episode is dropped every first and third week of every month. Once again, Keeping the Towel with Aunt Boogie. Wipe the blood, wipe the sweat, wipe the tears. But whatever you do, don't throw in your towel.
Hi, this is comedian Miguel Colon, and you're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris. Please vote for us for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables. Best local podcast you have between now and August 31st. If you're listening to us on Glacier FM, first of all, welcome. Happy Thursday. And if some of our inside jokes don't make any sense, just click on that on-demand link or listen now, and you can hear all of our episodes, or just visit us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com, and you can catch up on all of the old episodes. So guys, I suffer from a little bit of anxiety as well, just like you two do, but not nearly as like dramatic. Okay. Except I noticed this week that maybe Rachel and I do have a little bit of dramatic anxiety because
Scott, I don't believe that anything you do is not dramatic.
That is true. That's very true.
Including your anxiety.
So we've had a lawn care company since we've moved in, and we decided to move on from them to a different company. It's the person who's been kind of removing some of the trees that we needed to remove and trimming the trees. And so we're like, okay, let's go with this. They do all sorts of stuff. We have not canceled the original person. So we're getting our lawn mowed twice a week now for the past month.
What?
Because we don't want to go through the.
You don't want to break up with them.
Yeah, it's weird. So we're just,
is.
we have our main lawn care guy, and we've got our side piece.
Got your
lawn
side
care
piece.
guy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really awkward when they show up on the same day.
Has that happened?
Yes. Like they're like, did you get your lawn mowed? And like It's weird. Thank God Rachel had to deal with that, but she didn't cancel the guy. She just said, yeah, you were late. I really needed it to get done. So we just did it. It was like, that's not true.
She was,
So,
she was more honest than I would be because I wouldn't even know what to say. I'd be like, so it's the wildest thing. Like, somebody just can't, it was like a drive-by mowing. Like, somebody just came and did it.
Some good Samaritan saw the weeds and started mowing. I don't know why we talk like that because we wouldn't, but it's really weird. Here's another thing too. I don't send anything back. I can't return things. I can't send them back. I'll just deal with it.
Too much of a hassle.
It's not the hassle. It is the hassle because I'm lazy AF. But
you have to go send it back. Like you have to get like a return label. You have to go through all of that. No, thank you. Not doing
that. Is a process, yeah, for sure. And I don't like to I don't like to cancel orders. I don't like to send anything back. Chris, what about you?
So I get this way, oddly enough, when I'm making expensive purchases, which is a really, really bad habit.
I think the more expensive, the harder it is to like send back or cancel or whatever.
Yes, and I don't know why. I have no problem buying something from Amazon, using it for a few days, and just sending it back. But when it comes to like buying a car, it's like I didn't want this car. Yeah, listen, bidet was life changing. That's never going back. Just use it right before the
podcast. Give you up.
I mean, I'll go into Best Buy and start looking at like expensive microphone or expensive keyboard, and I just form this weird attachment to the guy who's making minimum wage trying to sell me a keyboard that will make no commission. I don't know why, but I always form this really weird attachment to them. And it's like sometimes like I'll just buy something and think, okay, I'll just return it when he's not here. Because like I don't want to not
because you
buy
feel like
from this guy.
Yeah, like you're like
they put their heart and soul
into that sell.
That $400 keyboard. And it's like, I feel like I need to give him gratification.
Yeah.
I went into Best Buy. I knew what headphones I wanted to get. This was a couple years ago. I knew what headphones I wanted to get. They were the Bose Quiet Comfort 2s. I wanted them. And the guy looks at me and goes, "No, you don't want these." I was like, "Oh, okay." And he walks me over to these other headphones, which sounded significantly worse. Which ones did I walk out with? I walked out with the significantly worse ones, and I still have them to this day. I can't say no to these people.
Yeah, it's hard. The pressure.
Yeah.
I've been paying Planet Fitness for a gym membership. I call it my fat tax. I haven't been to the gym and I can't tell you how long, but I won't cancel it. I won't do it. It's like admitting defeat.
They make you feel so bad. You can't cancel unless you write them a letter.
Or go in.
Or go in.
Show up and show your face and be like, look at me and my fat face and I'm not coming here anymore.
Yeah. Who writes a letter? Who does that? Like
exactly.
Postmarks? Nobody does that.
Exactly. I don't have a stamp.
Dear Hello Kitty Diary, I am a giant pile of garbage. XOX.
Ryan says walk in eating a burger.
And they ask you why. Like, why you canceling?
Why? Because I want to be like, just let me be.
Yeah. Okay. Like, listen, I don't like picking up heavy stuff. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like, I just don't want to be here.
That's the brilliant thing about Planet Fitness's business model is it's $9.99. So you're not really thinking about it. It's not much.
No,
it's like
that's actually
less than $10
because I have the black card. So I think it's like it upped it. It's like $24 a month now, which still isn't like that much. But I'm like, man, you know how many, like I could at least have 2 martinis with that. You know how many sides of French fries that would buy? My fat ass.
You may need to borrow some corgi coins from the kids.
God, I'm going to have to. It's, but I won't cancel it. I won't do it. I can't do it. Or like when you're leaving the store and somebody's like trying to sell like Girl Scout cookies or anything like that, I can't even make eye contact if I don't have cash.
Oh my God. That's the worst.
Oh.
But now they have swipers. Like you'll be like, "Oh, I don't have cash." You're like, "No worry, Cash App us."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh no."
Exactly. Yeah. I stopped carrying cash just so that I didn't have to buy Girl Scout cookies.
You love Girl Scout cookies. You better stop.
Yeah, but I like to buy them from my trusted dealers. You know, like
which was me. I was your plug for a hot
I know,
minute.
Mary. How many times did I text you? Hey, it looks like it's Girl Scout season. Send the dealer over.
You got the goods.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid all the solicitors that are outside of Publix trying to get my money. So I didn't carry cash. Well, now they found the loophole. Yeah, Cash App, Venmo, thumbprint. It's getting ridiculous. I can't I can't avoid anybody asking for money. Chris, just the other day, I'm driving underneath Interstate 4, and there's a homeless guy, and I'm like, man, I don't have any cash. And he pulls out the little square reader on his cell phone.
He's like,
just,
swipe it. It's fine.
Just swipe it.
He's like, you don't even have to swipe it. You can tap it if you have the.
Yeah, you can tap it. I got the tapper.
I didn't tell this story, so I don't know why. There's a lot of beggars popping up in our neighborhood recently.
Well, it's Jersey. I mean,
and they've infiltrated my hometown. So at my local Dunkin' Donuts, so we have all those neighborhood Facebook pages. We're all familiar with those. So learned that the guy's name was Michael. So I say the name Michael. So tell the story. So Michael, very, very smart positioning. So he's at Dunkin' Donuts. He goes through the drive-thru and he sits on the curb right after the window. And I found out like Dunkin' lets him like sleep in their back. Like he like that's his house at
inside or like a shed.
I didn't want to ask, but
we definitely had one of those at a Smoky Bones in Castleberry.
We do have some experience with that.
Yes, we do.
So he's smart.
Chris, hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. So we did have this, like legit. We had this outside storage thing, and someone was staying in there, and it was one of our bar
We had
regulars.
it decorated, Chris.
Decorated with beer cans, like it was like a college dorm room.
And he was bringing ladies over.
God.
He was like bringing them back to a shed. He was like, "Come back to my place, baby girl.
Oh.
I'll treat you right. I got some garlic bread for you."
Oh,
he was like a ladies' man. Like he was meeting girls you would have never known because he smelled okay. He was just there every night, but he was bringing girls home to the shed on the side of the building. Really weird. Anyway, back to Dunkin' Donuts.
Back to your donuts.
So the guy's smart. He sits right after the drive-thru window, so your window's still up. I mean, still down. So he'll yell in your car. And I went there apparently he yells at people for money. Like he starts like if you say no, he starts yelling. Well, my experience with him, I was there with Emily, and he goes, and he's, hey, you have any change and everything? And then Emily's, oh no, I'm sorry, I paid card. He goes, oh, that's okay. People usually know I'm here, so they bring some extra money with them when they come. He goes, I'll be here again tomorrow, same time, just in case.
Like, yeah, you can make it up to me. No worries, it's okay. Like, I'll let it slide this time.
Oh, he's telling us his operating hours. I couldn't believe it. Oh yeah,
his operating hours. He's got a website and everything. And if you'd like to support him, www.patreon.com/Dunkin' Donuts homeless guy.
It's funny that you mentioned about how that guy stayed at in that restaurant with the beer cans and everything. So I think I talked about this before. I rent a storage unit for my eBay stuff.
Dane said his website, newfriends.com.
Dane's on fire. He goes, I wonder why so many homeless people are in our neighborhood, Chris's neighborhood. He posts a picture of like the ghetto.
If you want to know what we're talking about, just join our Patreon. We live stream so our Patreon members, our friends with benefits, can watch us record live, and they're able to comment and make us laugh while we're recording.
So like I said in previous episodes, I rent a storage unit for my eBay business, and one of my friends, like one of my good friends from high school, actually is the manager there. So one of my new favorite things, I've never gone to my storage unit as much as I do now. One of my new favorite things is going there and him telling me all of his stories, because it's a storage place that the first month is $1, right? So what happens is people
kind of like Columbia House, you buy 10 CDs for 10 cents, and then it goes up to $30 a disc.
So what happens is people try to live there. So like I was leaving the other night and I sent him a picture. I said, hey man, the guy had luggage. Like he wasn't even being discreet. Like he had luggage. I was like, hey man, I'm pretty sure this guy is checking in for the night.
Can you get a bellman over there, please?
He sends me a picture. He goes, yeah, I caught him today, and sent me a picture of him sleeping on top of all his stuff in his storage unit. And like he knew exactly who he was, right? What the best story is, this woman calls up and was really pissed. Like I guess her boyfriend, cheated on her or something. And she was just airing out all of his laundry, and she informed the manager, my friend, that her now ex was having orgies in the storage unit with like 10 people. Like she said she was she was describing how many people would come to the storage unit orgy, and really happened.
You mean how many people would approach the storage unit orgy, Chris. We got rules here.
And they couldn't afford the big unit, so it was a relatively small unit. Yeah, so that's one of my new favorite things is just going there and just talk. There's something new every day.
Watching orgies. Do you bring Bailey with you? Because she might enjoy it.
He was just offended that he wasn't invited. He's the manager of this place, and he's not even invited to the storage unit orgy.
Was there a dog watching?
We already approached that joke, Scott. You missed
Did
that.
we?
Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry, you're probably busy doing something else.
I'm just busy listening to how bad everything sounds on Zoom.
So is your dog underneath that desk?
Stop. No, my dog doesn't do anything. Chris, keep it. Come on. No, it's nothing like that. I mean, sometimes, he licks, in between the cheeks or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. That does not happen. No, she lays there traumatized.
Wait, is Linda? Is it Linda?
Yeah. Why are mommy and daddy wrestling? That's the only one that can get up on the bed.
You make it sound like it's that lively.
Ouch. That
Why
hurt.
is daddy having a seizure on top of mom? Anyways. Right.
Well, on glacierfm.com, I hope you've enjoyed your second episode. It's probably going to be our last because I'm probably going to get called by the program director and said, yeah, we don't support bestiality.
That's your own fault. I told you, kick him out and shut the door. I don't understand it. I cannot sign off.
Because she had cancer. I can't just kick her out.
She already went through enough trauma. So you're just going to subject her to more? Is that what you're telling me? Yes.
Look,
you
she
are.
subjects herself because she doesn't get off the bed. What am I supposed to do? Chris, do you have any cliff notes for us this evening?
Unfortunately, I do, Scott. These pained me to write. Actually, I'm going to go a little backwards. I didn't have anything for the third segment. I had one thing for the second segment. Then we'll go into the first segment. So, in segment 2, Scott and Mary talked about back to school stuff. And to be honest with you, I didn't realize until the end of the segment that they were being serious because I thought the whole segment was satire. I had no idea that people went to school in Florida. So that one really threw me through a loop. All right, so segment number 1. Scott talked about how he goes to Costco with his wife in the company of his dog, which finally explains why he always described it as milk boning his wife. Wow. He said his other dog just lays there snoring. Turn on the light next time, Scott. That's Rachel snoring. A couple months ago, I stayed at Scott's house, and he took me on the grand tour of his house. After this conversation, the Kong and peanut butter I saw on his side table in his bedroom went from cute to horrifying. This weird occurrence. I got butt dialed by Scott at 3 a.m. All I heard him was whispering, "That's a good girl. That's a good girl." Just over and over again. But anyway, at least I know why Scott picked all those dogs with the really narrow snouts that are good at getting into small places. I always wondered why you always got the same shaped dogs, but it's cleared a lot up for me.
Oh my God. Was that it?
No, it is very
That's it. Yeah.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation, right at the start of everything that's new. One little spark.
Hey, it's Alex from Diz His. You know me, you know Joe, you definitely know Chris, and you know Jen. Well, we're the hosts of Diz His, the Disney History Podcast. Every week we take one Disney subject and go over the history, as well as our insight on the subject. We talk about other Disney topics, as well as what's new in the news. You can find us on all podcast platforms, or go to our website, dizhiz.com. That's DIZHIZ.com. And we're on all social media at DizHiz65.
All right, Chris, what do you got going on at Disney this week?
Well, good
Speaking of
segue
bestiality.
from So this week on Diz His, I actually picked the topic. It is Doritos and Dole Whip.
This is the first episode that Mary may listen to.
I do love Doritos. I can't have Dole Whip. But
Let me explain.
You can have Dole Whip, just not the pineapple one. Come over to Old Key West has a Key West Dole Whip, or like a key lime pie Dole Whip.
Very good too.
Yeah. There's a ton of different flavors now. It's not just the pineapple horse crap.
wow, that was
Oh, the pineapple Dole Whip is disgusting.
It's bad.
I tell people that I have a pineapple allergy just so they don't try to sell it to me.
You might ask why Doritos and Dole Whip. Well, I wanted to do a show on Disney snacks, but I wanted it with significance. So Dole Whip, obviously, the big history of Dole Whip. There's a cult following of Dole Whip. But what a lot of people don't know is Doritos were actually created in Disneyland. Have you ever heard the story before?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, it's one of my favorite stories of all time because I look up to this guy. This guy, this is so funny. So it was this guy that sold tortillas or tacos or something, right? And all the old tortillas he wanted to make money on. He didn't want to throw them away, so he sprinkled some cheese seasoning on the old tortillas, on the old stale tortillas. So he sprinkled cheese on these old tortillas and repurposed them and sold them, and now they're Doritos.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, so he literally, and so then he just started ordering all old tortillas from companies for like pennies on the dollar so Doritos were literally just stale tortillas. There's a lot more that goes on with the story, but that's like one of the interesting points, and that's why I wanted to go more into depth about it, because it's hilarious that they were literally going to throw these things away and instead sold them at Disneyland of all places.
Everyone's favorite snack now.
Yeah,
super interesting. So do you talk about like the Mickey bars and the Mickey sandwiches, or is it just Doritos and Dole Whip?
So we wanted to do more snacks, but Doritos and Dole Whip, just really strong title.
It is.
Oh, very strong title. A lot of times it's all about the title.
Like Alex messaged me and he's like, any more D snacks, or should we just do Doritos and Dole Whip? And I couldn't think of another D one. I was gonna do and delicious churros. So we're just sticking to Doritos and Dole Whip. Strong, and it's got a nice, rich history. I'm excited to get into that. I wrote the history last week for the Marvel one, which was really fun. If you haven't listened to that one already, we did an overview of the MCU. It's phase 5 and 6. It was just Alex and I.
Oh, of course Joe would be there because Joe is not accepting that there's a new Avengers movie.
Really fun listen. So we're doing the Doritos and Dole Whip this week. Pretty excited to start to do some research on that.
Awesome. Well, if you'd like to connect with DizHiz, that's DizHiz65 on all social media. You can check out all of their episodes on all streaming platforms. Their episodes come out Tuesday mornings, and visit their website, dizhiz.com. If you'd like to connect with us, nonewfriendspodcast.com. All of our social media links are there, as well as a link to our Clubhouse. That's our Patreon, and you can become a friend with benefits. Don't forget to vote for us for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables Best Local Podcast. And between now and October 31st, we've got the Share the Show contest. Just copy all you have to do is when you listen to an episode, share our link. So the new episode just came out. Just share that link. And obviously it just came out. You just listened to it. Just share that link on social media. Hashtag share the show. Tag us, and we're going to enter your name into a drawing to win a $50 Visa gift card. You get one entrance per week or per link. You can't do multiple links. Sharing it just gets annoying. So just once per link. But that's several weeks worth of links. So share the show contest, and then the journey of merch. Pick up one of our t-shirts, one of our hoodies, one of our magnets. Those are the things: the t-shirts, the hoodies, the magnets, and take pictures of you with the merch at really cool places, or have some celebrities or really cool people take pictures with the shirts on. Send it to us either via email at nonewfriendspodcast@yahoo.com, or put it on social media and tag us, and you could win a $50 Visa gift card. On behalf of Mary and Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.